Hey guys, it's Pones and welcome to a brand new episode of my Stoke City career mode in FIFA 20, and today we have episode 9 for you guys. And in today's episode we're going through all of December with the Carabao Cup quarter-final against Southampton, playing against Leeds, Wolves, Leicester and West Ham twice, starting with Leicester at home then West Ham away, then we go Brighton at home, West Ham at home and then Leicester away. And I'm also going to be playing the very first game of the FA Cup that should appear around the 2nd I think of January. Obviously guys, if we look at this league table, we're currently 14 games in and I'm currently sitting in a very positive 7th spot. After just coming up from the Championship, is the best spot it could possibly be in. Man United so far leading the way, Spurs undefeated, 1 point behind them, Liverpool and Man City in the top 4 with West Ham in 5th as well. Looking down the table, Palace, Leeds and Fulham, two teams that came up with me from the Championship, are in the relegation zone with only 3 points and no wins for either of those teams. But like I say guys, first off to the Bet365 to play against Southampton, a Championship side in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, and for this playing against playing with the second squad, and I just wanted to put a bit more of some stronger players in there like Barker, who gets on the score sheet within the first few minutes of the game. Just wanted to prove my dominance, and obviously I wanted to get through to that semi-final because it'd be a great place to be for a cup competition. And next up, this goal from Brown. What an absolute screamer from the young lad. He's only like 18 years old and he's come through the youth academy and he's proven his worth. I played him in some of my second team games and lots of the Carabao Cup games, and this one is probably the best goal he's scored of the lot and probably contender for goal of the season as well. For an absolute screamer from him. I couldn't have actually asked for much more. This is why he's in the side. I just hope he gets his overall up to put him in the starting 11. Into the second half, even though we were 2 goals up, Southampton wanted to fight back, and Danny Ings, still in the squad, managed to pull one back for Southampton in the 63rd minute, and he is trying to drive his team to try and get an equaliser because they know they can try and get something from us. As Che Adams runs down the line, plays it to Romeo, back to Armstrong, who plays it back to Romeo, and it falls again for Che Adams, who just started the move, and he slots it in past my second string goalkeeper. And it was 2-2 only 3-4 minutes after Danny Ings scored, and nothing else could have come from that, so it was straight to a penalty shootout, and whoever wins goes to the semi-final, starting up with Sam Vokes, who came on off the bench, who slots it into the corner brilliantly. Next up was his opposite number, Danny Ings. Obviously he's already scored a goal in this game and he puts it in the opposite corner to Vokes, and it tucks it away brilliantly. Jack Marriott next up decided to go down the middle. It was saved by McCarthy, and Southampton had the advantage as long as Long scores this goal, but it was again saved by my goalkeeper. Sam Clucas is next up, and he gets his shot saved by the goalkeeper as well. And Marcus needs to do something here, but Perrin scores and puts Southampton with the advantage. Thibaut Verlinden's up next as well, trying to go for that top corner and see what Thibaut can do. He puts it more down the middle than that top corner, but he goes in nonetheless. And next up is Escoedo, who hits the upright, and it's already sudden death. We got Carvajal, another youngster, stepping up as well. He has his shot. I'll go for that top corner, but goes straight down the keeper. And all it was Romeo's chance to put the Saints into the semi-finals as long as he scores. Romeo steps up. Marcus has got to save it, but he puts it down the middle, and that sees us out of the competition with Southampton going through to that semi-final, and we miss out on a really good opportunity for a chance to get deep into a competition. But we went back to league action now for a while, and we're playing against the Leeds United, who came up with the Championship with us, and we needed to prove our dominance in this and prove that we are the better side that came up. Just like Sheffield United did this season, we want to try and do it in this FIFA 20 career mode and prove our dominance, as Patrick Cutrone gets us in the lead after just 9 minutes on the clock. And with that is actually the only goal of the game as well. We do go on to win this game. Cutrone there picked up his 11th goal of the Premier League season, going for that golden boot. And like I said, with that we do manage to win the game. Nothing else could come of that. It was quite a boring end-to-end game really. No chances though, just trying to attack, defended, and attack again and defended. A 1-0 win though, and Leeds down the relegation scrap. But next up, it was off to our Premier League rivals in Wolverhampton Wanderers, a close neighbour to Stoke, and we needed again to prove that we're the better team, as Cutrone steps up and heads it in after 4 minutes against his old club, and has to do the respect celebration to his former fan base. He wasn't getting any game time at Wolves. so obviously purchasing him was the best option because I know he can grow to be an amazing player, and he has been proven that all this season. A great header down and the head straight into the back of the net. Into the second half, Ezekiel Barco now running down the line trying to get past Doherty, which he does, and he's working his way into the box, tackled by Orban, who they've obviously brought in from Leipzig, and then Tonali tries to run through an Orban there again to bring him down, and we do win a penalty from that challenge. All we need to do now is try to slot it in, and they have to give it to Cutrone, who has to step up against his former club. Wolves fans are going to be giving him stick all game, but he steps up and puts that right in the top corner to show them what he's worth to us, and he cups his ear. From respect to cupping his ear, bit different. But the third one came not long ago. Cutrone on his hat trick bangs it into that near post past Patricio, and it's a great way to come back to your former club, getting a hat trick for your new club against them. And he's turning the camera around to show all those Wolves fans what they've missed. A great striker with lots of talent, strong player, can do the drag backs, walks into the space and fires it past the keeper into that near post. Gets his 14th goal of the season with that, and that's how the game ended. A 3-0 comfortable victory, and Cutrone is still pushed for that golden boot after getting 14 goals from 16 games, which is absolutely incredible return rate from him. But now back to the Bet365, and we take on Leicester City for the first time in this episode, one of two times, and it starts off with Islam Slimani playing the ball to Diabate, and Slimani is going through, and Ryan Shawcross has been playing the second squad on 39 minutes, brings him down after the shots was taken, and Ryan Shawcross concedes the penalty from that, and it gives Ayoze Perez a chance to put Leicester in the lead, and he dinks it past Marcus, and he puts Leicester 1-0 up, and puts his fingers in his ears as he puts Leicester in the lead. But we ain't going to set back though. Like I say, we're running the second squad, and Tyrese Campbell now, if I put him on the left hand side, he's bursting down the line with all of his pace, so you can't decide if to cover Marriott or Campbell. He chose wrong, but Jack Marriott, after one touch, just pokes it into the back of the net, and we get ourselves level in the first half and try to quickly come back. And he sticks it in that bottom corner past a different goalkeeper, I can't remember the name of, but it isn't Schmeichel who's on the bench. But Leicester weren't going to sit back. Jack Marriott, after scoring a goal in the first half, concedes an easy chance for Ayoze Perez to score in the second from just a gift of a corner, and he goes to celebrate with Brendan Rodgers. In the dying embers of the game though, Mbeumo's on the ball, playing it to Jordan Thompson, into Marriott and Klukas, and Jordan Thompson finds a way into the box, decides to turn, but Soyuncu brings him down. In the 89th minute, we have a chance to get ourselves in level terms yet again. Tyrese Campbell has had to give the ball to, and he just squeezed it into that bottom corner. The keeper just almost got to it, even though he stood still. His standing leg almost blocked the shot, but we do manage to get our point from this game. Tyrese Campbell getting on the score sheet was brilliant for him, and it was ended 2-2. Next up, we're off to London, to the London Stadium, against West Ham, who are actually fighting against us for a European spot, who are currently in fifth place, and we were down in 7th, and we still needed to trying to show them we're the better squad. West Ham in Europe this season still couldn't stop us from scoring. Tonali halfway through the first half hasn't got many goals for us, but our new captain is showing why he's a great maestro for this side, as he leads the line and also puts us 1-0 in front. We could have won this game, but an unfortunate error by Jack Bulland, as you're going to see in a minute, is what's cost us 3 points in this game. Wilshire's headed from across, and Butland just stands and watches it roll into the back of the net, as Jack Wilshere, like I say, gives them that equaliser to 68th minute. Just to putting his leg out, he would have stopped that ball from rolling into the net, but Jack Butland led it in and cost us 2 points in this game. We could have won this, but from that small mistake, we do end up losing the game, and the ball ended up drawing the game. We get a transfer offer though during all of this. Sam Vokes, so I did put on the transfer list, as I don't really use him as like a 4th string striker. He decided I'm going to sell him and see what I can get for him, as he is getting on the ages now. I'll try the counter for 3.3 to 3.5 million to the Argentinian side, and just to see if they'll take him, because he's getting on a bit. Even though he won the playoff final, I want to move him on to get some money in while I can. Next up was another home game It's against Brighton and Hove Albion, as Brown is in the side. He's driving forward, plays the ball into Marriott, who slides it into Vokes, and back to Brown, who tucks that into the corner so well. From a youngster, his finishing is absolutely incredible. Immaculate, more like. He's put that into a very tight angle, worked the ball well, drove all the way up the pitch as well to create the opportunity, and then received it back, and he puts it into the corner, and he gets a well-deserved Premier League goal, his first ever Premier League goal as well, which actually gave us all 3 points in this game against Brighton. Same like the Leeds game, end to end, but not a lot of chances, but nonetheless we still managed to get all 3 points, and we're still on track for a European spot as well. We also get another offer from AZ Alkmaar in the Dutch league, and they come in for James McLean, who again I've listed up, 69 overall, 31 years of age. I'm trying to get some money together at this point to see if I can bring in even an extra winger maybe, because McLean's the second choice left winger, and after that is Barker, who is the first choice. So I need to bring in another winger really to rival Barker and give him a chance to stay in the side. Next up was the second time playing against West Ham in the league and in this episode. As Wemo starts off by driving forward, playing the ball into Catrone, who pokes that into the back of the net, and we get ourselves in the lead after only 11 minutes. Catrone is still racking up the goals for us, and he's every single penny I spent on him, he's showing why I've spent that much for him. He's a great striker, and I love Catrone. He's doing bits for me. It didn't last too long though, as Wilshere there yet again to punish us and puts the ball past Butland. It's still in the first half and punishing us with that equaliser. And then Felipe Anderson a bit later on plays the ball into the box, and Robert Snodgrass is there, and Snodgrass actually puts him in the lead only a few minutes after Wilshere scored as well. Whips the ball in, and Malacia is not covering him well at all, and he heads that in, and we concede yet another goal. But it wasn't over, and Wemo now running through, and 8 minutes into the second half blasts that in past the goalkeeper, and again it gets us an equaliser. And Wemo is another underdog. He hasn't got many goals, but he does create a lot of chances, and he just gets himself another deserved goal for the team with that strike right at the near post. No one's going to stop that, not even the goalkeeper. And that is how the game ended as well. A 2-2 draw against West Ham. And now it's on to the live com, where we face Leicester and the FA Cup fixture. Back to live com. Right then guys, we're into the live com part of the episode now, and we haven't had too bad of an episode. Obviously we've had a bit of a crazy episode playing the same like Leicester and West Ham twice. Obviously upcoming is the game against Leicester again. Not doing too bad though, still sitting in 6th place after 20 games played, 39 points. Obviously with like 39-40 points you kind of clear of relegation at that point, so relegation is not a thing for the season at the moment. Palace, Leeds and Fulham occupy them, and that's probably where they're going to stay. Leeds and Fulham. Palace may jump out, maybe Brighton or Bournemouth might replace them, but you have to wait to see. Leicester we've got coming up, currently sitting 13th in the table, only won 5 of their 20 games on 18 points, so obviously I'm 21 points better off than them. So obviously it's been an alright episode so far. We're going to go back to the wrong one. I'm going to go back to the calendar and have a look how it went, just so you guys know. Obviously we lost to Southampton in the Carabao Cup. Obviously we played Leicester last time and drew 2-2. Obviously we played West Ham twice and drew 1-1, and we also drew 2-2 as well. So obviously West Ham we finished with. Now it's time for the game against Leicester 2 weeks after the original game at the King Power Stadium. So then guys, this is the team I'm going to roll with. It's basically my normal starting 11 with Butland in goal, Adams on the right, Malacia on the left, Chudriga and Davidson's back, Etebo, NDI, Tonali, Mbeumo, Barco and Cutrone up front. I'm going to roll with this. I know the team's a little bit fatigued, but I'm happy to roll with this and play with my second team in the next game coming up, which is the first game in the FA Cup against Brentford. So we're going to play second team for that, but for this one I'm going to roll with the first team, see if I can get another 3 points against Leicester. So let's see how we go. Here we are then guys at the King Power Stadium, home of Leicester, and as Martin Tyler just said to me, they was obviously the champions of England in 2016, obviously one of the greatest achievements in football history in my opinion. So without further ado, let's have a look at Leicester's lineup. So yeah guys, here's Leicester's lineup. Jakupovic in goal, James Justin, Pascanu, Kurt Zuma and Reguilon they brought as well, Adrian Silva, Mendy and Prayet, and still got Ayush Perez, Islam Somali and Diabates up front. There's Schmeichel still there, Tielemans, Iheanacho, Evans, Albrighton, they're also there, but no Jamie Vardy obviously because he has been sold. So we've got a big task obviously. Got a draw last time out, and we need to keep going to get some wins against Leicester. Here we go, up the Potters. We're doing alright at the moment. Etebo's now on the ball. I'm going to drag it back with him. Etebo trying to get through to Tonali. Etebo's found space. Left footed shot, and Jakubovic. It's a simple save. Send it down the line. There's Mbeumo. Play it into the middle. Catroni's waiting. Finish it off, please. And he's saved by the good goalkeeper there for Leicester. Bowdu gives it to Tonali. Trying to work something if I can. Catroni can show him off. I have a blast of Catroni. Jakubovic got a good hand on it to push it to the other side of the post. Catroni just pushed the defender away. He's got time on the ball, has a shot, but it's straight at the keeper. Can I whip this one in though? Hopefully with good intentions. And Jai to put it into the box. Davies is there, but it's Justin to head it out for a second corner. Same again, and Jai whips it in. Catroni's there waiting, and Mbeumo's got the ball to feet, and another save, and another corner. Same again, third time's a charm maybe. Catroni, can he get a head on it? He can't. Charge forward now. Catroni to Tonali. Here's Catroni again. I might have a whack here near post. Good save by Jakubovic again. See why they put him in over Schmeichel. Schmeichel's a good keeper in his own right, but the low shot there probably going in as well. Good save, get down low. Got a triple sub as well. Catroni, Barco, and Tonali off. Campbell, Clucas, and Jack Marriott on. Can I get something from this? Ball comes in. Marriott with a header. His first touch. It was a weak one. Tried to find it through. Albrighton picked off by Adams. Balls forward. Marriott's been played through. Drag it back maybe. Matt Marriott near post. He's done it. Jack Marriott as a substitute has come on and buried it. In the 90th minute. He's come on, turned inside and whacked it into that near post to grab the winner. I'm good at making substitutes. A ball's through by Ndai, drag it back. Defender committed too much, and when you're in that space, as long as you shoot near post, it's going in. Jack Marriott doesn't get many starts in the Premier League or many appearances, but when he does produce some great goals and crucial goals for us. Great in the Championship for us, great signing from Derby. That's his second in the Premier League this season, and could it be one to give us another 3 points? We've got a small amount of time just to sit back and protect this 1-0 lead. That's all that's left. Pratt to give it to Justin. Literally a couple of seconds left on the clock. Just charging at him, there we go, full time. We couldn't do anything but pass it to each other after he scored, and the Stoke fans have travelled a good distance and just managed to see us grab a winner in the late stages of the game. Leicester now falling even further down the table, but we do grab all 3 points. A crucial substitution bringing on Marriott to take off Catrone, but it paid off and we managed to seal all 3 points going to Leicester. Full time, Leicester 0, Stoke 1. So then let's go into this press conference and see what they have to say. So say he's unbeaten so far in the Premier League. Are you confident to keep the streak rolling? Well, we aren't unbeaten in the Premier League. We've obviously lost a few games, but we're not obsessed with this, just so get that progression gone. It was a very tight match right until the end. Your team managed to score the win in the last minutes of the match. Luck was on your side, don't you think? Nah, it wasn't luck, it was just very good substitutions. Luck had nothing to do with it. We were clearly the better team. We created chances throughout the game and we won the match. Luck had nothing to do with it. We were unlucky for not scoring earlier. Well, it's a bit thingy. It was a very tight game until the end. Congratulations, you managed to beat Leicester this time. What did you think of the match? Well, boring match, just until we managed to get a win at the end. I'm proud of the lads. I am proud of the lads. The lads have proven themselves yet again, showing our fans renewed reasons to keep supporting Stoke City.
Thanks, that's all the questions we have for you.
So you need to know. Let's see what this does for the league table as well. Obviously, coming up is the game against Brentford. I'm going to sim the game forward to then as we start the January transfer window. And some players will actually be leaving the club as well. Obviously, we agreed deals for some players to leave. I forget who, but we'll have a look who it is. Got some thinking. Vokes sold. Vokes and his agent have agreed personal terms with Nunez to deal to Southland Vokes for 3.35 million has been finalised. Fair enough. Sam Vokes is now out of the club. Just a player I don't use now. Obviously, with a little bit of money I have, hoping to invest it maybe in some more youth talent, maybe, or I could have it invested into another player. Obviously, you guys can also suggest who you want me to bring in too. Yeah, obviously got the youth squad reports. I'm going to go through them off camera for you guys as well. Talked to move James McLean and couldn't reach agreeable terms. So let's have a look at the player chat as well. I know you'll be eventually looking for a replacement centre back, but I can fill that role if you give me a chance. Yeah, I'm training you up anyway. You're the man for the job. I know you'll eventually be looking for a replacement forward, but I think you can fill the job. You're the man for the job. And Bruno saying he's in pretty good form. He doesn't want to get benched for the game against Brentford. And I'll consider it because I'll probably end up starting him anyway. Like I said, let's have a look at the league table and where we stand at the moment after beating Leicester very, very late with a dramatic late goal from Marriott. Let's have a look at the table. And we're still currently in 6th place. Obviously, all the teams would have won as well. That was the last game we played in 2020, now in 2021. And 6th place ahead of Arsenal by a point is very good, I think, with my standards. I don't think it'd be this at this stage. I thought I'd be doing a lot worse, but obviously we've not played on ultimate difficulty because it's broken. That's probably why I'm doing as good as I am. Obviously, the table so far, Man United so far leading the way, 1 point ahead of rivals Man City. Just that extra draw ahead of their loss. And Spurs take up 3rd, 7 points ahead of Liverpool in 4th. Chelsea are 1 point ahead of me in 5th. And like I say, Arsenal are just behind me in 7th. Look down the table, Leicester have obviously kept their 13th spot, even though they lost. And it's still Fulham, Leeds and Crystal Palace in the relegation zone. It'd be a miracle Fulham or Leeds managed to get out with the 2 wins each all season long so far. But you never know where it could go. Brighton, Bournemouth and Villa and even Watford still in the mix for relegation too. But anyway, next up is Brentford in the FA Cup. So then guys, this is the team I'm going to rock with in this game against Brentford in the FA Cup. That's obviously my second team. Obviously the departure of Sam Clucas, who's left the club. Obviously I'm going to throw this team together. Edwards is in the lineup, and obviously Jordan Thompson's filling into CDM centre mid role. He can play centre mid. Obviously this is classed as CDM, but I just hope he does the job there anyway. Marcus in goal, like I say, Edwards and Thompson inside with Chester, Shawcross and Martins Indy. Brown and Cam, McLean on the left, Ince on the right with Tyrese Campbell and Maris up front. Tyrese Campbell is obviously my first team player mainly, but until they can get a replacement striker, even on loan, until then, this is what I need to run. So without further ado, at home against Brentford, let's see if we can get passage to the 4th round. So we are then guys, the first game of 2021 is a snowy day in the Potteries as we take on Brentford. Obviously we signed Brian Mbeumo from him in the summer. Obviously he's on the bench for this game, but hopefully he can come on and make an impact. Maybe good possibility he could. Without further ado though, let's have a look at Brentford's lineup. There we go then guys, obviously Luke Daniels in goal, Pontus Jansson's there, Rico Henry, Matthias Jensen, Holmberg up front, Canos is replacing Mbeumo on the right and Ogbene is in the side too, there's Yearwood in the middle. Some few names there I do recognise, and obviously Championship side Brentford, we need to see if we can get past them and get passage into the 4th round. So without further ado, let's kick off. Like a snowy day, like I said, and let's see if we can get a win. It's Campbell. Can he pull it back? And Brown's there, blocked by Havernier in the middle of the box there. Jamie Brown had a good chance to get one of his first ever FA Cup goals off the head of the defender. Marriott trying to drag it back. It's been headed away. Yearwood flips through Canos. Marcos with a save. Slide in, misses it. And Brentford score. I tried to press square to clear it, but the player's done a slide instead. and Brentford take the lead. Cannot's gone through, he probably should have scored there, saved. Chester slides instead of getting the ball and clear it away like I wanted him to. And Jensen's there just to whack it into an empty net. I wanted it to clear away, didn't do it. There's 1-0 Brentford. It's Thompson. Brown. He's giving it to McLean. Pull it back maybe. Shot from Marriott. And we've equalised not long after conceding. Jack Marriott is the man to put us level. We had a good breakaway there. James McLean pulling it back towards the edge of the box. Not who I intended to go to. I was going towards Jamie Brown, but he went towards Marriott instead, who whacks it. Just goes past the defender and into that corner of the net. And we're now back on level terms. 1-1. Ball comes in, Marcus to punch it away. And there's half time. We haven't done too badly in this half. We've created a lot of chances. Brentford obviously put a lot of pressure on us as well. They managed to find the first goal of the game just from a mistake from Chester. Wanted it to clear it away, but he didn't do it. Just slid instead, which resulted in their goal. But only 5 minutes later, Marriott could equalise the game for us. 1-1 at half time. Here's Brown. Over the top ball. Tyrese Campbell's found their way through. Just couldn't win it. Bicycle kick attempt from Marriott. Brown has a shot. Oh, just wide of the mark. Tyrese Campbell had a good chance there, and Marriott had a chance for a bicycle kick, and then fell to Jamie Brown. Good effort though. Just the other side of the post.
Not been short on entertainment. A goal from Oxford. It's a third goal for Manchester City.
The ball's been played through here. Jack Marriott's got a chance through. Can he bury it though? Of course he can. Jack Marriott gets his second of the game. 10 minutes into the second half, we take the lead for the first time in this game. Lovely ball play through. Simple first time ball from Campbell to play through Marriott, and all he can do is finesse it in the corner. Simple finish from him. Gets his second of the game. And now we're in the lead. Let's just try to extend it if we can. 2 for Marriott, 2 for Stoke. Stoke 2, Brentford 1. So then I'm making a double switch, taking off Brown and Ince. They're both quite tired, and bringing on Ollie Phillips, a new youngster, and Brian Mbeumo's coming on against his former club. I had to bring him on. Here's Jensen. Ollie Phillips for the tackle in, done well. Give it to Edwards as well. Send Mbeumo on his way against his old club. Let's get some running going for Mbeumo. Mbeumo's still going here. Plays it into Thompson, who stops before shooting. But Daniels, the goalkeeper, can get a save. Play it down the line, and Mbeumo puts a foot in. Play it down the line again. Rico Henry on his last legs. Put the ball in, headed by Chester. Jensen, tackle from Shawcross. Cleared down the line, and Mbeumo's in space now to run at him. And here's Tyrese Campbell, last 2 minutes. Tyrese Campbell, go all the way. He's done it all the way. Tyrese Campbell in the last minute can bury it. 3-1 is the final score. And Tyrese Campbell went all the way there and fires at the near post and puts us into the 4th round. Just keeps throwing, runs in a straight line, keeps away from the defender, blasts it in against the keeper. Keeper's got absolutely no chance. And like I said, with that, we go through to the 4th round of the FA Cup with ease. Brentford put a little bit of pressure on us, but nothing for us. That's too hard to deal with. Campbell's first goal in the FA Cup. And all we've got to do now is play out these last few seconds of the game. And there we go. We go through Also, Stoke fans overjoyous whenever we get some sort of cup victory. But we have done it anyway. 4th round, and here we come in the FA Cup. I can't remember how we did last season, but this season's doing very well. When Wemo came on, made a little bit of an impact, but the 2 forwards, Marriott and Campbell, take all the credit today. And the final score, Stoke 3, Brentford 1. A comfortable win that sees you through to the next round of the FA Cup. What are your impressions on the match? I'm happy with the boys. We controlled the game end to end, and I think the scoreline reflects that reality. I'm happy with the boys. With 2 goals to secure a win, Marriott was a hero today. Any thoughts? An impressive performance. I'm very impressed with the way Marriott played today. It was a world-class performance. A comfortable win after 3 goals scored by Stoke City. Do you think the game could have gone another way today? It really could. Brentford had a good side and they're playing very well. Some say scoreline was unfair to them. We were the better team and deserved to win, but I still think in the end the scoreline was a bit unfair to Brentford. There's lots for us to take away from this game. So then, after that we go through the 4th round. I'm not too sure who will be playing next, but like I say, that's the end of the episode. I'm going to have a look at some of the other FA Cup results, see if there's any upsets. That's one thing I like doing in this, to see if there's any, like I say, any other big games that could have gone either way. Maybe a smaller team beat somebody else. I'm looking through all of these. I can't really see any other upsets though. Nothing so far. Villa only beaten Scunthorpe by 2 goals to 1. Norwich and Swansea drawing. Palace next to go to a replay as well. Looking through, Hull and Sheffield Wednesday go to a replay. Liverpool beat Blackburn by 5 goals to 0. And again, I can't really see too much though. And then Bristol Rovers play Cardiff coming up too, but that's really it. We haven't really got any other upsets or anything like that yet. But we've got to wait for our 4th round draw. Obviously, whilst we're here, do a little bit of training too. I want to change it up a little bit too. We've got Jamie Brown, not so nice overall, so I'm going to swap him out. We've got that new midfielder that you saw in that last game, Ollie Phillips. I'm going to train him up too with some defending scenarios, I think. So see if I can get some. Yeah, there it is. Let's see how these guys do in their training drills. Decent drills. Martin goes up to a 63 overall as well. And anyway guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. If you have, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't, drop a dislike, let me know why in the comments below so I can improve. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, because not only do we do these, and also do matchday vlogs when football comes back. Obviously, hopefully it's soon. I really hope it is soon, because we're doing well so far. Obviously, I'm trying to do my reaction vlogs for Stoke just until the season goes up, finishes, and then we'll see where we go from there. Might be more reaction vlogs to next season in the Championship, or is it League One? I hope it's not fucking League One, but you never know. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching this video. This is Bones, I'm signing out. Peace.